This is the 8th annual Camel Trophy, and for 1987, it's to be run in Madagascar. The start was on the 26th of March from Diego Suarez in the very north of this beautiful island of Madagascar. The event will take in some 18 days over some of the worst terrain ever seen by the Camel Trophy. From north to south, it's only 1,000 miles, but on some of the sections, they're going to be averaging less than 7 kilometers per hour. The Camel Trophy is neither a race, nor is it a rally. The event itself will be decided on special task stages, but above all else, the Camel Trophy is all about camaraderie.
Dormez-vous,
14 different teams, 14 different nationalities will be taking part in this 1987 event. They come from Italy, from the United States, from Holland, from West Germany, from the United Kingdom, from Switzerland, from Malaysia, from Japan, from the Canary Islands, from Brazil, from Spain, from Belgium, from France, and from Turkey. They all have one thing in common. All of the drivers, all of the team members are amateurs. No professional drivers are allowed in the Camel Trophy. And here is the first of the special tasks. Just 800 meters long, and they'll be judged on speed, performance, and the capability of running the Range Rovers through these very difficult conditions. And they say that this is just the easy part. Here on Sky Channel, we'll be covering the Camel Trophy in depth. Next week on Shell's International Motorsports programme, we'll have another interim report. And of course, for the latest pictures, you can see these on next Monday's Motorsports News. But for the moment, it's back here to the start first special task in this Camel Trophy, which incidentally, the first task was won by the United Kingdom. Some of the roads in the jungles of Madagascar are completely non-existent, and the teams are going to be heading, in the first half of the event at least, towards what is commonly known by the locals as the death zone. They've been told it's absolutely crazy even to go anywhere near that area. On the information handed out to the participants before the event, they said that there were no real problems with snakes. There are no poisonous snakes, evidently, in the jungles of Madagascar. But what they do say on the next instructional page, there are plenty of man-eating alligators. The British team go through, winner of this first task. The Malaysian team almost turned their Range Rover over. The American team go through, and they're also doing well. This is a relatively easy section. The Camel Trophy is perhaps the last of man's great adventures. Our camera crew who are covering this event say that it is something like 10 times more difficult than anything they've seen on the Paris-Dakar. And our crews have, of course, covered the Paris-Dakar for the last 4 years. One of the rest halts. Overnight, they'll be staying in some of the most beautiful villages on this island. And at least now, they can get the semblance of a shower. Long into the night, the convoy heads south. And they've got to catch what they're going to eat. Tonight, it's some fish. But all the time, work must be carried out by each crew member to make quite sure that their Range Rover or Land Rover is fully capable of tackling the next day's adventure. When the organisers, that's R.J. Reynolds, put the applications out, they got some 26,000 applicants back who wanted to take part in this Camel Trophy. That was whittled down to just 14 teams. There's an incredible amount of interest in what must be considered as the greatest adventure of them all. And the difficulties that the teams have to overcome, quite unbelievable. Winching is a very important part of this event. You've got to know how to handle a winch to get your Range Rover out of trouble, even if you are going to lose a few wheels on the way. But everywhere here in Madagascar, the scenery is spectacular, to say the very least. Some of the worst conditions ever encountered on the Camel Trophy have been seen here in Madagascar. There are ridges to cross, rivers to cross, swamps to cross, and all the time with special tasks. It's been quite difficult for us to even get pictures out of the jungles. There are so few flights out of Madagascar. But here on the Sky Channel, we're bringing you what we consider to be some of the most unusual motorsporting pictures seen for many, many years. This is the Italian team who actually lead the Camel Trophy after 5 special tasks. But as you can see, when one of the teams gets stuck, everybody's there to help. The Belgians go through. The Swiss go through. And all the time, high humidity, 40 degrees centigrade, and the rainy season. But when it's not raining, the landscape, as we said, is absolutely breathtaking. 5 teams had real problems during the high-speed special tasks. 5 differentials busted by the USA, Spain, Turkey, France and Germany. But that was all fixed, and the convoy is now proceeding past the capital, or just west of the capital, Antananarivo. The event itself will finish on the 12th of April. Conditions very, very slippery, as you can see. And remember, these type of conditions day in and day out. And also sometimes in the middle of the night. So after 5 special stages, Italy leads with 361 points. In second place, the United States with 330. Third spot, Holland with 320. Fourth place, West Germany with 262. And in fifth place, the United Kingdom with 245. Sixth spot goes to Switzerland on 227. Seventh to Malaysia on 215. Japan are in 8th place, the Canary Islands 9th, Brazil 10th, Spain 11th, Belgium 12th, France in 13th place, and way down on 92 points, 14th is Turkey. When the special stages are not being run, the convoy try and stay together, because conditions here can be very dangerous indeed. Each river has to be checked before it's crossed, and then everybody tries to get to camp before nightfall. And sometimes that's impossible. If part of the convoy get left behind, They're going to have to drive hard to catch the convoy up. And it's been known for some of the teams to have to drive 48 hours non-stop. And so we leave the Camel Trophy for the moment. We'll be back in motorsports news next Monday and with a further interim report on next Wednesday's Shell's International Motorsports programme. After the break, part 2 of our report on the Gold Coast 300, round 2 of the American Off-Road Racing Championship Series. Stay with us.